Ed here. All right, ladies. What have you learned so far about your team so far this season? Starting with you, Kailey.
Throughout the start of the season, I've learned that we are a very resilient team. I feel like that's one of our team words, I guess, like words to live by that we've said that we wanted to, stick through the entire season, and I feel like we've really shown that throughout the fall and through the beginning of the season with our practices. We've really stayed true to everything that we talk about, and we really have good intentions when we go into practice, and then I think it really shows up in the games.
What about you, Karlie? What have you learned about being so around so far in Arkansas in general?
Yeah, I would agree with Kaylee. We are a very resilient team. I'd also say that we're just really versatile top to bottom. We have a lot of strengths in the circle and at the plate. And so it's been really fun just to learn from some of my teammates and get to see some different people step up in big moments. It's not just one person every time. So it's been fun to see that.
A lot of attention this week on DJ for the obvious reasons with the family ties. Karlie, you played for him, I believe, in Utah your freshman year. What's it been like being reunited with him, and is he any different now than he was when he was at Utah?
No, he's the same DJ that I knew at Utah, and so it's really special to be able to play for him. He was the one that really recruited me to Utah, and obviously it was a big bummer when he left, but little did I know I'd be playing for him again. So it's been really special, and he is one of the best coaches I've ever played for. Just really believes in each one of his players, so I'm just really grateful to play for him.
Kaylee, what's it been like for you to getting to know Coach Gasso?
It's been really cool having to, getting to know him and a different side of him that obviously I didn't know before. I agree with Karlie. He's definitely one of the best coaches I've ever played for. He definitely knows a different side of the game, and getting to like pick his brain at certain things is definitely awesome. Getting to be with him every single day at practice and during the games, I can always count on him to have my back and always believe in me and answer any questions I might have if I'm, stuck in a certain situation or whatever.
Kaylee, I know you've got experience playing the Oklahoma team, so this week's nothing new to you as far as all that comes with that. I don't remember, Karlie, if you played them through your career or not, probably at some point. But what's been the focus like this week? Obviously, there's a lot of noise outside. How do you block all that out and get ready to play softball?
I think definitely the word of is just trying to stay focused on, trying to have tunnel vision because it really doesn't matter what goes on outside. We've just been trying to figure out like what we're gonna do in our game plan throughout the week. And so I think, yeah, tunnel vision is probably the word to describe it because letting all that noise from the outside in is definitely not something that you want to have. Obviously OU is going to be, it's going to be a good series, and so uh, I think all that we have to do is just, trust our game plan and trust each other and go into the game and we'll be good.
I want to ask you, Karlie. I spoke to Bree Ellis before the year started, or during the season, early in the year, and she highlighted you and what you've meant to the team as far as from a defensive standpoint, just from a fitting in standpoint, a leadership standpoint in that infield. Just talk about how you have fit in there and playing with your infield there.
Yeah, it's been really fun. One to get to be able to play second base, which I hadn't played this far in my college career, but it's been really fun to just learn the way that we do things here at Arkansas. It all made a lot of sense. It was really intuitive to me. So, and then the coaches and the other infielders just allowed me to be myself and step into that leadership role, gave me the grace to learn um, how we do things here. And so, I mean, I just am a natural leader, I would say, in the infield. I love to use my voice, and so it's been fun that they've allowed me to be that on in the infield. So, yeah, credit to them for sure.
Kaylee, as you know, I've followed you for a while now, and I'm always intrigued when I look at the box score, see where you're playing. What's it been like? You've caught, right? You've DP. I think you played outfield a little bit. Just take me. What's that been like transition? And then you obviously getting some playing time at catcher with sharing that with Miller.
It's been really cool, you know. I'm not too unfamiliar with playing multiple positions. So I'm always like, you know, I'm always willing to be put wherever the team needs me. But it's been really awesome, you know, getting to learn the girls and, you know, getting to learn every single one of the pitchers because, you know, it's gonna be nice for Kennedy to, you know, help her take that load off eventually. And, you know, obviously I love catching, I love playing the outfield wherever. So it's been really cool to you know, really get to practice and get to know these girls on a different level. So we'll be really ready for the game when it comes time.
What have you learned about each other? I'm curious because you're both coming in the new here. I'm going to start with you, Kailey. What have you learned about Karlie Davison? What should we know about Karlie Davison?
I learned about Karlie is that she, like she said, she's a very natural leader. She does like to use her voice. I feel like outside of softball, she seems like she's really quiet, but she's not. When you get to know her, she's a really awesome person. She's really God-fearing. She loves to spread the word, and you know, we've done a lot of Bible studies with the team, and she loves to lead those. And so it's been really, really nice getting to know her throughout these last couple months.
All right,
Thanks.
Karlie, you're look at there. You got to follow that up. What do
I
you
know,
know?
right? That's so kind. Um, Kaylee is a gamer. That's one thing I learned about her is that like in those big moments, there's no one I would rather be at the plate than Kailey Wyckoff. So she's already done it so like a few times this season. Backs against the wall, Kaylee's up. We're like, okay, we're good. She's really composed and stays calm in those big moments, and I really admire just her belief in herself because she puts in so much work and she's just really good. So yeah, she's a gamer.
Thanks, Karlie.
I like that. It's good. Karlie, I believe you can correct me if I'm wrong. You come from a family with a lot of baseball background. I believe some of your family members were draft picks in the Major League Baseball drafts. What was it like growing up around baseball? And I would assume that influenced you to get into softball.
For sure. I remember like swinging a bat in the house, wiffle ball when I was 2. And it was never like anyone forced me to play baseball or softball. It was just a natural thing to do. Played t-ball and then baseball and then softball, and I never wanted to play anything else. But it was always really nice. My dad was my coach for a little while, but not for too long. So he kind of stayed back and was my hitting coach when I wanted to hit with him. But it's really cool to have him. Um, you know, be my dad, but also my hitting coach and just speak into a lot of that. So yeah, it was great.
Kaylee, last time we spoke, we were wondering about your mom and your family, coming to Arkansas. Did they come last week? What's it been like? What's the situation there?
Oh, she's coming this weekend. My family's coming this weekend, so I'm super excited about that. Yeah, she's gonna try and make every home game. She's made it every home game so far, so she's kept her promise. So that's really awesome. I love getting to, you know, play in front of her and getting to you know, share these experiences with her is really awesome. So
All right, now I know who I can ask for tickets then. This both of you describe playing for Coach Deifel.
Okay. It's just really an honor. She is a great coach. Um, very passionate about the game, very passionate about each and every one of us, and we know that, we feel that off the field. And so it makes me want to run through a wall for her, just do anything for the team. And she just really emphasizes the values of this program. Make sure we know that like we're playing for Arkansas, and not just her, not just this team, but the program at large. So it really is an honor.
yeah, I would agree. It's an awesome experience to get to play for somebody who has such high knowledge of the game and expects so much out of us, but is still willing to be there for our lowest of moments, which is gonna happen. Um, you know, having to, you know, being able to go to her in those troubled moments is it's really, you know, uplifting because she can be that light that you need in a hard time. So it's really awesome.
Two more questions from me. You all saw you put up 20 runs on Sunday in 5 runs. You've put up some video game numbers at times this year. Do you all, as a group, realize the potential you all have from an offensive standpoint? Do you talk about that as players and saying, "Hey, look, if we just stay locked in and do the little things we got to do, this could be a special offense"? Do you sense that?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I think we've definitely learned that on Sunday that if we just stick to our game plan and do what we know how to do, not try to do too much, that we, from top to bottom, are really strong. Where we can be very patient at the plate, which allows, the next person to do a job. And so, yeah, we've seen just the potential for this offense, and it's really exciting to know that there's more to unlock for sure.
Yeah, definitely. The lineup is very, very versatile. You have speed everywhere. We also can hit for power. So I feel like there's not really a gap in the lineup, where you can, because if you walk Brie Ellis, you got Courtney Day. So, there's been multiple times where that's come up. And so I feel like there's just, there's no spot in the lineup where you're like, we can get out of this inning because you got the next person coming up right behind them.
And then lastly, what have you learned from last weekend that you feel you got to work on to be successful, not just this weekend, but beyond? That's going to be keys for this team.
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, if we just stick to what we know how to do, Arkansas softball, that we can beat whoever's in the other dugout. We just stay within ourselves, play clean on defense. We're going to score runs. And so if we're just able to do that early on, we can kind of take the pressure off the pitching staff and play a little bit more free on defense. So, yeah, the goal is just to do what we know how to do, regardless of who's on the field.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That it? Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Eric.
Good to see you, ladies. Nice to talk to you, Karlie. Good to see you, Kailey, as always.
You too. Thank you.